Hello and welcome back to our channel. My name is Bree, and in this video I wanted to talk to you guys about how to prepare for a long over-the-road trip with kids. So my family and I for the next couple of weeks are going to be on a huge trip to North Carolina. It's going to be 15,000 miles there and 15,000 miles back from where we're living. So I wanted to kind of go over our process for how we prepare for the trip and also have the kids be comfortable. So I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have the kids on a pretty regular schedule. We typically wake up between 7 and 7:30 every day, and I usually have them in bed by 7 and 7:30 at night. So I know anybody with kids knows that once you break a kid's schedule, it's no holds bar, right? They tend to get a bit more moody, a little bit more high strung, a little crazy. So my goal with this trip is to make sure that we stick to that schedule as much as possible. So the first step in preparing for a trip like this is itemizing your day. So basically what I mean by that is go through your entire daily schedule, your entire kid's daily schedule, and write down all of the regular items you use on a regular basis to do those tasks. So for example, the first thing that me and my kids do when we first wake up, we wake up, right? And then me and my daughter go to the sink and we brush our teeth, wash our face, moisturize, things like that. So what I would do in the case of like our morning routine is I want to itemize all the items that we're going to need to be able to do that on the road. So the things that we would obviously need to take our morning routine and put it in the van essentially would be toothbrushes, toothpaste, moisturizer, lip chap, all of the things that we would basically do to get ready in the morning. I want to write down each and every item so that I have a list. Once you have your list, you can break it into things that you need to buy versus things that you already have. For example, toothbrushes, right? We don't want to take the toothbrushes we have at home with us. We're going to buy new toothbrushes, and we're also going to need carrying cases for the toothbrushes. And then you could also say like your nighttime routine. What do you need for that? You're going to be taking a shower. You want soaps, hair wash, moisturizer, whatever you need for that. Itemize it. Make an entire list of all of the items that you use on a regular basis during the day. So there's that. And then the next thing that you want to consider is obviously your food. Are you going to be eating out on the road? Are you going to be cooking in your vehicle, your RV, your car, your van, whatever you're going to be traveling in? Or do you want all of your meals do you want to do takeout for all of those meals? And that really depends more so on your budget. Cody and I are trying to keep this trip as inexpensive as possible. So we decided that what we're going to do while we're on the road is breakfast and lunch, we'll be eating and making those foods in our van. And then for dinner, we'll eat out somewhere, have a dinner at a restaurant, wherever we might be stopping. So that's another thing, that if you're going to be eating in your vehicle, you want to make a list of all of the food items that you need. If you're going to be having breakfast, is it going to be, cereal and toast? Are you going to be having oatmeal? Do you want to make eggs? If you're going to be making something like countertop over the stove, do you have the right equipment for that? Do you have a camper stove? Do you have something that you could boil water in, etc., etc.? So that was the first task that we did. And then we also have to consider, for us, we just bought a brand new van that we're converting so that we can fully sleep in, fully be in, so that we could travel comfortably in. So there are also just like little things that we're going to need for the van to make things more comfortable, such as storage containers to put our clothes. Since we are in a van, we don't need to have a bunch of bags everywhere. We don't want a bunch of random knickknacks lying around. We want things to be hyper organized. So Cody and I, we went through a whole list of things that we might need to buy for the van to make that more comfortable. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys our list, the things that we need to buy, the things that we're basically going to be bringing, and taking you guys along with how to pack and prepare for that. All right, so luckily, you know, we live in modern times. A lot of the shopping that I'm going to be doing is actually online. So I went through Amazon, and this is most of the stuff that we're going to need inside the van that I don't think I'll be able to find in the store. So we've got things like a mattress pad, the insulation that I'm going to be using to make the window covers, couple of new travel mugs, a water heater, a battery powered AC unit that's going to come in clutch, and a travel refrigerator. So I'm going to order all that off of Amazon, and that'll hopefully be here by about Wednesday or Thursday. So, you know, that's the easy part. The next part I'm going to do is go to the store and get the rest of our stuff pretty much. All right, so we're in the van ready to go. Our first stop is going to be to like Dollar Tree, just to see if we can find some good deals on, you know, regularly priced items. And then after that, we're going to go to Walmart to get whatever we can't find at Dollar Tree. Because I'm trying to keep things as inexpensive as possible. And yeah, we're trying to ball on a budget here, so let's go. So Dollar Tree really came in clutch when it came to the storage. I found all of these little storage bins for about $3. I grabbed a bunch of those for our van. And they also had a good re-up for the toiletries, so I grabbed a couple of those too. And basically whatever I couldn't find there, I got at Walmart, and it turned out to be a pretty simple day. Alright, so today is Wednesday, and I'm basically in the van. I just ran a little errand. I got some water jugs. We're actually going to be taking one 5-gallon jug with us over the road for our drinking needs, water needs. That'll be the least expensive and least wasteful, so we won't have a bunch of water bottles crowding the place. But yeah, since I'm in the van already, I'm gonna go ahead and measure out the windows for the foam insulation. It still hasn't arrived yet, but I figure it'll be easier if I get everything kind of measured out, so that once it gets here, I can just cut it and stick it in the windows. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, so after doing a little bit of math and adding up the length of all of the windows, it turns out we're going to need 8 foot worth of the foil or the insulation, and we got a 10-foot roll, so that works out perfectly. So now we just got to wait for it to get here for me to finish building that out. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and head in the house and start putting all of our stuff that we're going to be taking on the trip in our bins. It's a little early, but since I'm not going to be doing the insulation today, I at least want to be doing something productive to kind of move us along in this process so that come Sunday we're ready to go. Alright, so today is Thursday and I'm going to be cleaning, and as you can see, I went ahead and did my twist out last night, so that's another thing that I won't have to do today. I was going to save the cleaning till Friday, like last minute, so that we didn't have a chance to re-mess it back up, but I don't have the materials that I needed to do the task that I wanted to do today, which was make the window inserts. So yeah, today I'm just going to be cleaning, washing all the clothes, and then washing and folding all the clothes, cleaning the living room, the kids' room, and me and Cody's room. So let's get on that. Alright y'all, so today is Saturday, the last and final day for prep. Cody's here, and we're basically getting everything pre-prepared to pack it to the van, finally, right? So we went through our checklist, dotted our I's, crossed our T's, and it looks like so far so good. We haven't missed anything that we're thinking of as of now. We got our clothes, you know, we got everything packed up. So what I'm going to do now is make the little extra insulation for our windows. This came in yesterday, so I didn't really have a chance to get it done yesterday because it came in kind of late. And yesterday was also spent cleaning up a little bit in the house. So that's what I did with my free time. So today I'm going to measure and cut the window inserts out. So here's my basic setup here. All of the inserts measure 20 inches high. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my first piece cut out. It's 20 by 21. So I'll do 2 of those, and I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Just measure it out and then cut it out. So I'll show you them when they're done.
Yeah? Get over here.
Alright, so I'm back from the grocery store, and the aim is to fit all of these groceries that are over here. Take them out of their containers and try to fit them into these 2 bins, as well as the fridge that we have. This is the fridge right here, this gray thing. Put the perishables in the fridge. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do to save room is stuff that's in boxes like this. Just open it up and take it out and put it in there, you know, naked, so that it's not a huge box. Even though it does fit, let me see. Let me actually see if this will just fit without me taking the stuff out. That would make things a lot easier, you know. We got a bunch of oatmeal. That's going to be our breakfast of choice on the road. We got a little water boiler that we can plug into the, you know, little 12 volt socket and boil water, and just, this is instant oatmeal, so that'll be an easy breakfast food for us. Couple of condiments. These are gonna go in the fridge once they're open, so I'm gonna put it with the fridge stuff, save a little bit of space, as well as pickles. We're gonna be having, so for breakfast we're gonna be having oatmeal and fruit, and then for lunch it'll be a sandwich and fruit. So, and then dinners we plan on eating out at some sort of restaurant wherever we are along the road. Nothing too fancy or expensive, you know. If we just places that'll be inexpensive for us, so we can save a little bit of money. And we did it. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna pack up this fruit and put it in this bin. Like I said, we got a bunch of melons, apples, and bananas and oranges. So like just your basic fruit, but that's gonna come in handy for snacks. And you know, it's always good to have fresh fruit on hand.
Okay, we got all our stuff finally ready. We got Ellie's bath, and we got some pillows and sleeping supplies right here. Got a car vacuum that's going to be real helpful with these kids. We got our shoes packed here.
I eat it.
And we got clothes, diapers. We're going to need a lot of that. A couple of toiletries and kitchen supplies for cooking on the road, and food. We got tons of fruit. We got some chips and sandwich fixings for lunches, and we're going to be having oatmeal for breakfast. We got some trail mixes, and we got our car fridge that's going to help keep the rotisserie chicken we have cool, so it's safe to eat. We're going to have this for our sandwiches. And we got our bed. It's a 3-inch little foam bed, and the kiddos have their own. We got to cut it up to size. And we got our carbon monoxide sensor, since we'll be sleeping in the car. We want to be safe. What else? I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so. Oh,
Yeah.
and the sheets.
Sheets.
That's just the only other thing.
Oh yeah. Sheets, yes. I think that's it. Yeah, I think we got just about everything we need to be on the road for 2 weeks.
All right, so now we're gonna pack it up.
Yeah, now we got to pack it up.
All right, so we're good on that. All right, so this is how we're putting it in. We're just sliding it basically underneath the frame, and there's a pretty good, you know, plenty of space. It's just that little electronics compartment might get in the way of things, but we'll make it work. We could put stuff in the front here, and then we'll have to go inside and put the rest of the stuff at the head of the whatever you want to call it. All right, we got everything packed away. Just gotta take out the mattress. There we go.
All right, we are on the way to North Carolina. It's about 4 o'clock and we're about 5 hours away from Dallas. We finally got all the packages in and we're ready to roll.
So this is going to be the end of this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're going to be having some cool content with basically our travel adventures. Yeah, stay tuned. We'll have a lot more content coming up pertaining to our trip coming up.
All right, see you guys then.